Hi there, thank you so much for tuning in this week. Let me help you imagine that you had a very tough day. Well, probably that's not really hard to imagine, right? But let's say you had a tough day, it was rough, things were not going your way, and you could not wait until you get home. Then you come home and you see your teenager son or daughter, and they look mad, they look upset. And you're like, hey, what's going on? And then your child tells you, I don't want to talk about it, leave me alone. I can sense it right now that your blood is boiling and you're really not thinking happy thoughts right now. But before you do anything, I really invite you to stay tuned to check out the 2 tips I have for you today to help you diffuse those meltdowns before you lose your cool. Hey there, welcome back to Parenting Hacks with Dr. Yanina. As always, I'm super excited that you are tuning in this week. And in this show, I share 1 or 2 tips or strategies to help you have a healthier and stronger relationship with your preteen and teen. And I also talk about anything and everything related to raising preteens and teens. And in this week's episode, I'm going to be sharing with you 2 tips to help you diffuse your tweens or teens children's meltdown before you start thinking not very happy thoughts. So as you know, meltdowns are quite common in preteens and teens. They are going through a lot of hormonal changes and physical changes and emotional changes, a lot of different things. And it happens to be that those meltdowns, those mood swings are quite common. Just because they are common doesn't mean that we're not going to correct them, right? So what I really want to cover in this episode is how you're going to be reacting toward that meltdown or that mood swing or that smart comment or answer that they give you. Because based on the way that you respond to that meltdown or mood swing or smart comment, it will determine the outcome. And I'm sure that you want to have a positive outcome. I'm sure you want to help your child deal with those meltdowns in a proper way, right? So the first thing that I would like to share with you, the first tip that I want to share with you is to stay calm. And this one is extremely important. It's only 2 words, stay calm. And it sounds silly, it sounds basic, but really this will definitely determine how the outcome is going to be. And not only that, this is how you are going to model the right behavior for your child. Because we want to teach our children how to react properly. So when your child is giving you a smart comment or an attitude, if you lose your cool, your child will follow your lead. If you start to yell at them, if you lose your control, then your child is going to model that behavior because your child first wants to be heard. So probably they're going to get louder, right? And they want to win. But I want you to understand that this is not a competition. What you want to do is you want to show your child the right reaction when a situation like that happens. This is not about showing who's the boss, who's going to win or who's going to lose. It's about modeling the correct behavior to your child. So if your child comes to you with this attitude and you respond to them in a calm, a calm way, then they will not have much grounds to escalate because you are not giving them a reason to escalate their behavior because you're responding in a calm fashion. So what I would say is, I totally understand that the whole attitude can get on your nerves, that you get upset. Of course, you're a human being and you are their mother. You're going to get upset. You're going to be like thinking not very happy thoughts, as I said at the beginning of the video. But really, during the heat of the moment, instead of losing your cool, think about breathing exercises, maybe counting down, maybe do something that will calm you down so you model the correct response to your child. And as I mentioned before, they will not have much grounds to attach to or to justify their behavior or their voice or things escalating because you are calmed. I know it's not easy. I know I'm a mom of two teenagers. Sometimes I feel like, "Arr!" But the reality is we need to stay calm so we show and we model the right behavior. And the outcome will be much better than if you start yelling, screaming, and losing your cool, right? And when you start yelling and screaming and losing your cool, you're letting your child know, and the message that you're sending is that it's okay to yell, scream, and lose your cool, and you don't want that. I'm sure you don't want that. So yeah, tip one, stay calm. Now, tip number two is to keep your voice low and firm. Keep the voice, as you're staying calm, keep your voice low but firm. And again, you are modeling the right behavior, the right response. If you raise your voice, your child will likely do the same thing to compete with you and beat you probably. Or as I said before, they want to be heard. So again, avoid the yelling, keep your voice low and firm, model the right behavior, because it's very, very important that they see in you the correct behavior. So just to wrap it up, my first tip is to stay calm, right? You want to model the right behavior. And if you get like super upset, maybe do some breathing exercises, maybe count from 1 to 10, whatever helps you. And then address the situation. And number two is to keep your voice low and firm, because you don't want to send a message that yelling, screaming, and getting out of control is the correct behavior. And when you do that, the outcome is not going to be the one that you are hoping for. So this is part 1 of 2, in which I'm sharing these tips to help you diffuse your teens' mood swings, but also to stay in control as you are doing that. So next week, I'm going to be sharing with you 2 more tips to help you face the situation in a more healthier way. So stay tuned for that. Make sure that you watch next week's episode so you have my 4 tips. And also, for more tips like this, I invite you to get your own copy of my book, Moms Don't Quit, at your local Barnes & Noble, or you can order it online at Barnes & Noble online and also Amazon.com. Until next time, have a wonderful week.